Yo, what is good, y'all? I'm J Hall, and I'm back again with another one. Alright, so for today's video, I have another survival TV show to break down for you guys. This one is called Naked and Afraid.
I'm not here to hook up or check out my partner or anything. We're here for a survival challenge.
Unlike the last survival shows I broke down, in this show, you have to already be a survival expert. You have to know your way around surviving in a jungle or surviving on an island. So tell me why this woman seems like she lied on her resume. And that's based on her performance in this episode. She pretty much seemed like she didn't know what she was doing. And on top of that, she was lazy and a little bit stuck up.
Sorry you're having issues, but I don't have any issues as far as getting food.
She could not pull her weight at all, and it made her teammates mad.
I'll tell you what.
You can't say all that stuff to me.
I can't.
It's not true.
You have been handed everything.
Are you kidding? I traveled the world.
Alright, y'all, but before we dive into this video, make sure you subscribe to my other channel where I post great content over there as well. And follow me on Instagram. I do respond to DM. With that said, let's get into it. So let's go and introduce our first two contestants, Cassie and Forrest. Alright guys, this is Naked and Afraid, so both people have to meet naked. And I cannot show that on YouTube without getting age restricted. But just know, the guy tried to make the meeting less awkward by jiggling his thing.
Okay.
But that actually made it more awkward.
A little weirded out.
Yeah, that's what it is. I don't think it's that bad.
It's a little weird.
So off the bat, she didn't come in with the best attitude. And in her defense, that thing my guy Forrest did, it was a little creepy, you know what I'm saying? I know he was trying to break the ice, but he did a little bit too much. So you're on a TV show and you see a girl that you're supposed to cooperate with and you decide to just wiggle your thing all over the TV screen. I don't want to see that. Apparently she doesn't want to see it either.
As far as being with Forrest naked, it was awkward enough. And then for him to just do that weird, wacky jump up in the air, I was just like, oh God.
Cassie described Forrest as being rather full-figured.
She was expecting Tarzan.
Yes, she was expecting the Chad, the Vincent, the Josh. But there are two other people on the island and this is how they interacted.
Manu?
Yeah.
I'm Russell. Nice to meet you. Officially.
Let's
All
make
right.
an agreement right now.
What's that?
Each other's back.
Almost definitely. Oh,
Yeah.
this is definitely team right here. All right. You good with that, hon? All right.
A lot more laid back, a lot more cordial. They seem like they're gonna make a great team. They seem like they're gonna have each other's backs. So now let's see how the teams are holding up in a rainy, freezing night.
And it was way difficult.
It's freezing and we're soaked. I mean, literally, as I sit here, I can feel the boards shaking underneath me from my partner shivering.
I feel like I'm in the jungle.
I know, right? So, night one in the jungle, in the shelter.
So both teams are experiencing harsh conditions, but as a result of the dynamic between the two teams, they react to the conditions differently.
First night staying there, we didn't sleep. It was more of a chance for us to really get to know each other. We stayed up the whole night laughing, telling jokes, giggling. It was like a slumber party in that shelter. We were just hanging out, two best friends.
So one group spent the night getting to know each other and just laughing and giggling. All shits and giggles. While the other team were just miserable. So now let's see how the teams handle surviving during the day.
Forrest and Cassie have a shelter that breaks down because Cassie is incompetent at survival and she would rather spend more time arguing with Forrest about how good she is than be comfortable in a working shelter.
And that was a voice of Think Before You Sleep. Shout out to him. If you guys want to see like a whole full-ass breakdown of the entire episode, the link will be in the description.
Well, that's not a good one to use.
Well then,
Oh, that's the one you just used.
if I were looking back on it, as far as making the shelter, it was a little bit problematic because we both had different views as to how we wanted to do it.
I mean, she just buried that stick 2 inches. You know, I understand she's tired, but just can't do that or we're gonna do this again.
So now Cassie is really starting to prove that she's going to be useless on this entire experience.
So can I give a suggestion? Go to open it. Instead of going from the side, go top down and go in.
I don't think that he respects my skills because everything he talks to me about, he's like, oh, you know how to do this? Have you heard of this? Do you know this?
So the green ones are, obviously, as you know, really good moisturize.
It acts like I've never even been outside in my life before.
It's not the fact that he doesn't respect your skills, it's just the fact that you haven't shown any skills whatsoever. He wants both of you guys to survive on this island. He see that you don't know what you're doing, so he's just trying to help you out. And instead of watching and seeing how he does it, she's complaining.
Oh, you know how to do this? Have you heard of this? Do you know this?
Now let's see how the other team is doing.
Oh my God. Is that what I think it is? You are so my hero.
He brought her a coconut and she was grateful. Now that's a dream team right there. That's the team I would want to be on. Yes, sir.
There was a point when we ended up spotting an orange tree.
And guys, and this is how I just know she lied on her resume, because she couldn't knock some oranges off a tree. How could you not do that? You have a stick in your hand. Just hit it.
When we were there and the orange thing happened, I was finally so happy. I was like, yes, here's something that Cassie can do. This will boost her morale. It couldn't be any easier than knocking some oranges out of a tree. I've already cut the darn stick and put it there. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than this.
See, look, he's trying to make it easier for her. He's trying to make her feel better, and she still has the nerve to put him down and saying he's demeaning her survival skills. He's literally trying to help her out.
I went to hit it, I couldn't get it, and at that point I was like, you know, I need to give up right now.
You didn't get any?
Yeah, what else is new?
So as the episode goes by, she just keeps proving over and over again that she lied on her resume. She lied.
Sorry you're having issues, but I don't have any issues as far as getting food when I need to.
She really just tried to gaslight him right there. That's crazy. That is crazy. Now let's see what the other team thinks of Cassie.
I just expected something better, you know what I mean? I just had better expectations, perhaps. I don't know.
I kind of told you both from the beginning.
She's very unmotivated and hasn't displayed any survival skills whatsoever.
If a woman is holding another woman accountable, you know you messed up. Because that never happens. That never happens. Why is my voice high?
Everybody has to contribute. Nobody's riding for free on this ride. She shouldn't be out here at all. She's been surviving off of everybody else. That is her survival skill. She's a leech. She's a parasite.
My guy just came out and just said everything that was on his mind. He said being a leech is her only survival skill. That's crazy. So now, obviously Cassie was hearing all the shit they were talking about her, even though it was some real shit. And it broke out into an argument. So this is the argument right here.
Guys, I gotta say something. Like, I'm really upset right now. You guys make me feel, you know, like nothing that I do or say matters and completely left out.
And I've been watching Barbie walking along the beach.
It's true.
Going in for a swim. Sun tanning on the rock. It's laziness.
Facts. If you want to suntan and go for a swim while everyone is working, of course they're gonna feel some type of way because you're not contributing to the work. You're being a leech. No one likes a leech. She seems like the type of girl that's been spoon-fed her entire life.
I'll tell you what.
You can't say all that stuff to me.
I can't.
It's not true.
You have been handed everything.
Are you kidding? I traveled the world on my own.
Ooh.
I live on my own.
Ooh.
I have not been handed anything.
You've been fed.
Does she want us to have sympathy for her for being an adult? I live on my own. I travel on my own. I pay my own bills. Okay, you're an adult.
You've been sheltered.
Tell me then.
I don't. No. My turn. My turn.
No, I
My
gotta
turn.
say something.
I have yet to see you bring anything to the table. People who come to stuff like this are survival experts, and you are nowhere near the skill set to be on something like this.
I didn't come here.
My guy right here, he's the one that's keeping it real with her. He's the one that's telling her how it is. My guy Forrest, he doesn't say much to her because he's low-key kind of a pussy. He talks behind her back. So the next day, the girls get together and have a conversation about accountability, pretty much.
Casualty, and you'll remain a casualty until you get your ass put into gear and you think about your experience here and think about everything that has been done for you and learn from it.
All right, so after this grilling session, Cassie finally decides to open up about her shortcomings. So this is the point where she actually takes accountability, and that's all we wanted this entire episode.
It's way harder, way more intense than it looks.
Yeah, I have a lot of thinking and figuring out to do.
Maybe I don't have strong work ethic. I was given this amazing opportunity and I feel like I just blew it.
This is the first time she's contributed something of substance to the team. And she had to be so combative before she admitted it, bro. And this is probably why she said she has a cat as a boyfriend.
I totally love cats, you know?
My cat is my boyfriend. I'm totally gonna go home right after this. But yeah, my cat, no man can beat him. That's why I don't have a boyfriend.
No one likes a combative person. No one likes a person that's hard to get along with. Especially in a relationship. You don't want to be with someone you can't get along with. You don't want to be with someone that's hard-headed and not willing to listen. If no one's willing to listen, how is the relationship going to move forward? Alright guys, that's all I have for this video. Stay tuned for the next one. And I'll see you all, man. Peace out.
It wasn't about the sex on the bed, the sex by the beach, the sex on repeat. If it wasn't for the sex, I would leave. You got me on a leash, cause you ain't had no value to me. It wasn't about the sex on the